You support Kamal?
Who are you with?
I'm with Channel 17.
Can I see some ID?
You don't even need an ID to vote, so why do I have to show you one?
It's fun watching him break these liberals' brains in under 30 seconds. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants and Satan. Shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters because truth conquers. And one of those freedom fighters is Shaney Rich. You may have seen him on this channel before. He does amazing work. You can find him amongst other places on Twitter at Shaney Rich. He's a base dude. He does a lot of man on the street interviews just to find out what people are thinking. And he has become our resident liberal brain breaking correspondent here at this station. So he's got a new series of man on the street interviews where he's quite literally breaking the brains of liberals in under 30 seconds. Pretty easy to do when the brain's not held together with good ideas. It kind of breaks apart. So I have gotten some amusement out of these. It's good intel for what's going on, what people are thinking, and what people aren't thinking. So I'm excited to take a look at these with you. Now, a little context for these super pro-abortion liberals is, of course, in California, there's kind of like, yeah, like not only get abortion, but we want you to, and you'll be awarded with social credit score, virtue signaling points, whatever it is. But there's an interesting thing, because if you, and don't do this, but if you were to kill a pregnant woman, you're charged with a double homicide. But if you were just to kill one of those homicide victims, the baby, that's not a life that you're taking in this case because of the science of magic. So Shaney Rich uses that at play here with this liberal, and it's kind of exciting to see how he doesn't know what to say.
What happens in California if you murder a pregnant woman? What do you get charged with if you murder a pregnant woman in California?
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
It's called a double homicide. That baby's still in the stomach, so wouldn't abortion be murder at that point?
This is I don't even know what you're talking about, honestly, man. I think you're throwing out stuff from Twitter.
Saying that stuff from Twitter, like, I mean, that's definitely a reality, but that's maybe a reality that guy has never thought of before. When you just kind of assume like 2 + 2 probably does equal 5 because that's what they tell me. But you never consider, oh, the 2 on this side, that law in California, this law in California, those 2 add up to 4. Yeah, you must have gotten that number 4 from Twitter. By the way, the Harris Waltz supporters, like, huge mob. I mean, there's less than a dozen people here, but it's just so obnoxious. I'm going to make an assumption that they figured out Shaney Rich, he's not necessarily there supporting their cause. So they're there just obnoxiously ringing bells and screaming in their high estrogenic voices trying to disrupt this interview. But nonetheless, let's move on.
What do you feel that Kamala didn't get one primary vote? So people were voting the ticket.
Nope, there's names on the ticket. Like, the ticket is the thing that has specific names on, one of which was not Kamala Harris. Go on.
So every vote that Biden got was also a vote for her.
Kamala wasn't on there. It wasn't Biden-Harris. It was. She's not on the ticket.
President.
She's not on the ballot.
Yeah, but she was his
How
vice
is
president.
that democracy? You know, because it's supposed to be the Democratic Party. Apparently, Trump is the threat to democracy, but people voted for Donald Trump. Nobody voted for Kamala Harris. She didn't get a single vote.
And obviously the non-Kamala supporter got a little charged there, which is okay. And I always find it entertaining when you ask a Kamala supporter, which didn't exist until like a month and a half ago. There's just 0 of them. Who are they voting for, Trump or Kamala? Let's see what this Kamala supporter has to say and why.
Trump or Kamala?
I want Kamala to win.
I've been voting Democratic since '72.
Glad he's so into nuanced thinking.
It's on Kamal's 100-day plan.
I don't. Has she published it yet?
No, which is pretty shocking that she hasn't published it.
She's hinted at a few things.
She's only been running for 7 weeks.
Well, yeah, because she committed a coup against Biden. That's why she's only been running for 7 weeks. No one voted for her. Like, she wasn't elected.
She was elected.
No, she wasn't. The people didn't vote for her in the primaries.
It's funny because these 2 supporters of hers, they probably sincerely think she was elected. You and I can rationalize and realize, well, it would take about like 2 brain cells and just like a synaptic connection so they can communicate to each other to just like see the reality, like, oh no, she wasn't elected to be the nominee. And as little thought as that takes, I would guess in earnest, these people haven't done that. And I doubt they're just like lying again, they probably, yeah, she was elected because like we elect the candidates that we want to then run for the main election. We do that. We didn't do that. I think we did. We probably did that. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first I want to tell you about a little trick that I do every night that essentially hands me more energy the next day. I find one of the biggest obstacles in all of our lives is poor sleep and poor energy. But a quick and easy solution that takes no extra time that works to solve this problem is putting on a pair of Bond Charge blue light blocking glasses. Glasses work by blocking the blue light at night that's all around us, from the indoor lighting, your computer, your TV, your phone. Because unchecked, that blue light signals to your body, hey, it's time to be awake, which suppresses your sleep hormones, the exact opposite thing that's in your best interest at nighttime. And also another trick of the trade, you want to check out the Bond Charge Blackout Sleep Mask. Anytime I need to sleep past the sun already being up or nap, this is my key to being able to do it. The Blackout Sleep Mask has a complete darkness guarantee, and with fully adjustable, hollowed out soft eye pillows, it's exquisitely comfortable. And if you want to give yourself more energy while taking no extra time to do it, you just put them on. Go to bondcharge.com/JPReacts. And while you're there, be sure to use the discount code JPReacts to get 15% off everything Bond Charge offers. And also, if you like extra savings, you'll be glad to know all Bond Charge products are HSA, FSA eligible, giving you up to a 40% tax-free savings. Enjoy, because I know I do. Now back to the video.
Trump just had token opposition himself because his party is a cult.
Trump ran against Nikki Haley, ran against Ron DeSantis, ran against Vivek Ramaswamy. He didn't even show up to a debate, and he still won. Like, the people voted for him. The Democrat base didn't even vote for Kamal. No, but you could say he's an idiot, but we're talking here about legislation.
I think this interview is over. You're not even showing her the courtesy of pronouncing her name properly. So
I intentionally mispronounce Kamala's name. Kamala? Now I actually am confused on the right way and the wrong way to say it because I have done it intentionally for so long. Kamala. Don't care.
I think I don't want to talk anymore.
Why not? Because you can't defend and stand on your beliefs?
It would have been great if Biden held to his original plan to be a one-term president, but unfortunately it took him a long time to realize that he should retire. So this was the best alternative on short notice.
But Kamal's been the vice president. Biden's been cooked since 2020. No, it's Kamal. Yo, in 2024 I can identify as whatever I want. Like, I can call her Kamal if I feel like it.
It's not you're identifying as anything. It's you're not gracious enough to pronounce her name the way that she pronounces her
Okay,
name.
I'll pronounce it right. Camilla. Wait, are you walking away? You guys are just as senile as Biden, or what?
That's fun. He's going hard in the paint. I can't fault him for that. Sometimes you got to go hard in the paint. Now, we find a prototypical white dude for Kamala in the streets or in the park. And it's very funny to see some inaccurate assumptions about a man whose pictures he's shown. Like, well, he looks intelligent. He's definitely voting for Kamala. Then that man shows up on screen and there's a little confrontation between delusion and reality. Let's take a look.
Who do you think this person is voting for? Trump or Kamala?
He looks sane, so he has to be voting for Kamala.
Why?
People around here are not stupid enough to vote for Donald. You're not.
Me? Oh, I'm bipartisan. I can't have an opinion. But Abraham is right here. He was saying that 99% of this area is voting for Camilla. Is that how you say it?
Kamala.
Kamala. Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Trump.
Why?
Because he had a severe brain injury.
Yeah, that's funny. I own a very profitable business. I make millions.
So why do you think that there's something wrong with his brain if he votes for Trump?
How much was gasoline when Trump was versus now? How much was food when Trump was in charge versus now?
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit.
You don't mind paying higher money for gasoline? Do you own a car?
Yeah.
Do you pay more gas now than you pay when?
I think it's too cheap.
Well, you said gas should be way higher?
Well, here's what I feel about Trump.
Where are we at?
Son of some Nazi Hitler.
I'm Jewish, but why though? How do you rebuttal his argument without calling him a Nazi or saying he has something wrong with his brain? He's saying
That's a good question. Now, obviously, Shaney Rich and the other guys, a little bit of a entrapment of this guy, which I support. It's just words. It's a conversation. But it's definitely a good point. Like Camilla supporter, you resort to saying Trump is dangerous. He's a Nazi. But if you take out that rhetoric, why?
that we had lower taxes, we had a secure border.
We didn't have a secure border. It was not good. And our taxes were lower for the 1% richest.
No, the 2018 tax cuts lowered it for everyone. The border, we had the lowest level
The liberal guy like, David, I don't like talking to people that know things.
of illegal immigration coming in. Right now under Biden, well, I mean, Biden's not the president, he's the resident of the White House, but with him in the Oval Office, illegal immigration's been at all-time highs.
Well, you know,
Gas prices are significantly higher today than they were 4 years ago.
they're 50 cents a gallon cheaper than they were last year.
Last year, but Biden was president last year, so Biden raised it and then lowered it a little bit so he gets the credit.
What we need is more efficient cars.
No, what we need is a more efficient economy. What we need is to empower the American citizens to own businesses. We don't need communism.
I also believe we don't need communism, and I think that's what communist Camilla has in store. Equal opportunity? No, not equal opportunity. Equal outcomes, everybody. And in this final video, he finds a Trump supporter, and this video got banned on Shaney Rich's TikTok. I guess any good information about Trump is misinformation at that point. Hard to imagine why.
Trump or Kamala?
Oh, Trump all day. Matter of fact, Kamala Harris. Matter of fact, all the Democrats, they all need to be locked up for treason. I'm not talking about the Democrats in the street. I'm talking about the ones in the government right now.
I agree with that. Like, the Democrats in the government politically persecute Trump. Let's cover this up. Let's frame him. Russia hoax, you know, that kind of thing. How is that not treason? And I think the answer is, well, it actually is. So I love this dude.
So I say Kamala Harris, straight up.
Why?
Well, you know, she's a fraud. She's fake. She's phony. She like CBD weed, man. I can't with that. Nah, you know, and Trump is that czar. We need Trump in office, man. Word up.
How do you feel about, like, some of Kamala Harris's policies?
What policy? She don't even got a goddamn policy. The only policy she got is that hyena laugh. The only policy she got is talking about Trump. Get Trump out your mouth. All you do is talk about Trump. Get the hell out of here. You don't got no policies. You should get locked up for theft. You should get locked up for piracy because you're stealing Donald Trump lyrics. Get your own policies. What policies have you gave to the people? None whatsoever. You can ask a Democrat right now, what's Kamala Harris' policies? They don't know not one.
And fact check true, as we've seen in recent videos. I've seen so many. They don't know any. I like that she's a woman. Is that a policy? Well, we also pretend we don't know what a woman is. I don't know. This is a weird policy, but I like it. Again, thank you to Shaney Rich. He's out on the street. He's taking the time and energy to gather intel from people, and I find it interesting. So again, if you're not following him, check out Shaney Rich on Instagram and all the other places, and let me know what you think of the liberal brain breaking in under 30 seconds. Look forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments that I will read and not hear. But I identify vision as hearing. It's part of my right as a delusional person. With that said, look forward to seeing you on our next video, my freedom-loving friend.